Put your pretty face on, is it?
Now you're ready for a night on the town.
Alright guys, this is a update video, garage update slash unboxing. CJ's got the carbon fiber dash he ordered. What's up, boys? What's up? What do you got there, fool? Damn, dude, that looks freaking super lightweight. Made in Mexico?
Yeah, Fireworks.
Fireworks in Mexico?
Yeah, check out that one. One of those is made in Mexico.
Enough, CJ. Show me the goods, dude. Ah. Dude, that's sick. That, what the heck? Why is this like this though?
That's the back.
Is that how it is on the factory? Guess we're gonna find out.
Well, it goes like this, no?
Oh, so you still have to drill holes in for like all those panels? Yeah. So this is a Fiberworks dash. I don't know if it's designed by them, but I know Jeffrey's Performance has a hand in it, maybe? They made it popular at least? I'm not sure, but we got this from Jeffrey's Performance. Or by we, I mean CJ and Timmy. All right, so this is the new dash that's going on. We got a name for this machine yet?
Got like 3 of them.
The bronze bomber? The bronze and blue bomber? What is it?
Bluey.
Bluey?
The Dirty Dream.
The Dirty Dream? What the hell? That's actually a good name, dude.
Dirty Dream. Fucking money pit.
The Nightmare Money Pit?
Money pit.
Yeah, it's gonna look badass. Once the dash is on there, then the doors, then the wrap, and that's a wrap. So, no, that's where the screws go though. Oh, yeah. So this is the centerpiece. If you guys are familiar with Jeffrey's Performance, they have a car that they built called Gotti, which is pretty badass. What do you think about Gotti? It's a badass machine. I don't know where they got the idea for a blue color, but no, but their car is like super nice. Mine is not blue, it's cool, but theirs is like painted by like a professional. It's really good. It's not wrapped by some ding dong in the garage like mine is. So that's a badass car, and it has this dash, and that's where I think the boys got the idea from. So it's a 3-piece. This is pretty much your base, and then from there you can decide to install the center or the 2 sides, or in this case we're gonna do all 3 because the guy's got a bunch of accessories. So I'm afraid we're not gonna be able to fit everything, but apparently, you know, CJ wants it all, and even if it don't fit. What's cool about this one is we're gonna be able to just, you know, cut the holes and mount everything and then just throw it on, versus another carbon fiber dash that might be out there. You gotta check clearance behind the dash. This one you don't have to do that because everything's gonna be housed in the 3 panels. So there's 2 like this that go on the ends, and that big long center one that goes right here in the middle. So that's gonna be pretty dope. So we'll be showing you guys more on how to do this in a future video. Today we're just gonna kind of mock stuff up. We're gonna do that off camera. We're gonna figure out how everything's gonna be set up, tape stuff off, maybe make some cut lines, and figure out how this is gonna go on the car. And then during the video, we'll show you guys how to trim and install this on the X3, and you know, so on and so forth, mount everything. So that's gonna be pretty cool. That's gonna be a separate video. Also, I want to give you guys an update on my X3. I've shown videos on Instagram, or not videos but pictures. Got my new radius rods in from LMU TV, got my new trailing arms from HCR, and it is looking very, very nice. I am waiting for some powder coated parts, the dog bones, the brace for the front of the trailing arm, and a couple things here and there, and that's why this is not bolted down. So that's not bolted down. Also in the front, I did install the new HCR arms, which I'm in love with.
Me so horny, me love you long Tim.
The new TMW gusset kit. My shock tower brace is getting re-powder coated because it was a matte black and I want it in gloss black. And then my bumper, since I had a bunch of scratches on it, I decided to get that re-powder coated as well, gloss black as well. And everything's pretty much set up. I got everything, you know, all my hardware ready for everything to get bolted on. Sway bar's already linked up, and I will have to align this after I, you know, put everything back together. What I did notice from the old arms to these new arms, because the tolerances on the TMW gusset kit and the geometry of the arms is everything's correct, my alignment's off. So that pretty much tells you I had an issue with the old arms, and there's a lot of slotting going on, and I'll show you guys that. I've shown you in the past the TMW gusset kit, how good it is, the tolerances for the bolts, and I'll show you competitors. I'm not gonna name any names because I don't like doing that, but this is the competitors. They're slotted bolts up and down, and that's what I had before. And yeah, I wasn't too happy with that, but it is what it is. This is what I had on, and at least my frame didn't get damaged, so I guess it did the job. But there was slop, and I did have A-arm bolts come loose in the front, twice, which isn't bad. You still should check your bolts. I mean, this can happen on this one, but the tolerances are so tight on the bolts that they're not going to be that much of an issue. So right now everything's loose. Obviously the bumper's got to go on first, but that's getting coated. So once that's done, I'll be very happy, and I'll go through everything in detail a lot more later on in a future video. But so I got that going on for me. I also got some brackets for my cluster that are gonna hold my Map Tuner X, and then another bracket for my boost gauge. So I got a lot of plumbing to do for the boost gauge. They sell this wire for the Map Tuner X that will make it turn off when the key is off. I also bought an AFR module so I could monitor my air fuel ratio, make sure everything's running nice and clean, make sure I don't got something going on and starts running lean and could cause damage. So I do have to do some plumbing and some wiring on the X3. Nothing crazy, just, you know, gotta run some wires for the AFR, gotta run some hoses for the boost gauge and wiring for that, for the backlit. And also I want to do some cleanup of some of the existing wiring because it's already getting out of hand. Too many added harnesses, so I might just gut it all and redo it as one harness. I'm not doing the switch pros like CJ's X3. I kind of like the OEM switch look. I favor that. It works great. Maybe switch pros in the future for something else, but for me, I like how this one's set up. I'm happy with it. So I might redo the harness on that. I'm not gonna do a video on it, but just thought I'd mention it. Also, we got a new particle separator from SMB. I want to do a video on that too. Again, I want to clean up the wiring so the video doesn't look like crap. The new particle separator from SMB is really cool because it has an ignition pickup and it ramps up the speed of the fan when you're on the gas, and when you're not on the gas, it's pretty much just, you know, idling, which is cool because it's not noisy when you're sitting, you know, having a beer or whatever beverage. So I got that to do. So I'm pretty much getting ready for the start of the season. I don't want to have to deal with any of this while we're you know, in the middle of Glamis or in Johnson Valley. So that's coming along really nice. I'm very happy with everything. Besides what I got going on for the suspension, I think the last thing, and obviously the wiring too, the last thing I want to do to this X3 before I call it quits and stop making you know, doing videos on it as far as part installs, it's probably going to be a set of sway bars from Shock Therapy, a new skid plate because the one I have is demolished already from too many G outs, and then I do want to get a Evo billet intake to avoid you know, the intake blowing up on me now that I'm running more boost. So lots of cool things, man. Lots of money, lots of freaking money that I don't have, and it's coming along. So besides all that, back to CJ's X3. We're doing the carbon fiber dash. He's talking to Scott over at Desert Works about making some doors, so that's gonna be really cool. So future videos are gonna be the dash, the completion of my suspension. I'll go into detail on that, and I've been wanting to do this, I just haven't had time. Installing the Evo Shift Tech for the secondary clutch, and obviously the weights and everything that comes along with that, including the high engagement spring for the two-step, because I have the file for two-step. I just haven't even flashed it because I don't have the spring in there, so it wouldn't do me any good. So everything's coming along. Pretty happy with everything. Guys, anything else you guys gonna be doing to the X3 besides the dash?
Hopefully going for a ride pretty soon.
I know, man, for real. So we've been trying to do night rides, but the truth is these boys have been going to Laughlin back-to-back weeks, and then for me, I figured it would be the best time to tear this apart now versus doing it during, you know, the season. So it is what it is. So the boys are mounting up their spare wheel because they don't have one on their X3, or they don't have, you know, one to carry with them. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and figure this out so we can have a future video for you guys real soon on the dash, and a lot more to come, man. It's hard doing all these videos and making time for everything, but we're trying to push here. We're trying to make some videos for you guys, some content, and hopefully these cars are set up for the season, and even out of season. I want to go for a night ride. I know they do. My wife even wants to go for a night ride, and she never wants to go for night rides. So we'll be doing that real soon in the future. Stay tuned, subscribe to the channel. And by the way, if you haven't bought no stickers from G Life UTV, go to the website frankglife.com and check them out. We also got some more stuff coming real soon. If you want to support me, go hit up the Patreon and support your boy so we can make more videos, buy more parts, and keep this thing going because the community is growing and I love it. We'll see you guys later. Stay dirty. All right, guys, this is the extended cut, the director's cut. We're just messing around, trying to figure out where everything's gonna go, as you can see there. Also, we're trying to figure out the this carbon fiber piece. You know, it's supposed to go on the hood of this other piece here. We're not sure how it mounts. It didn't come with any hardware. We're gonna have to investigate that. So I'm probably gonna make this video anytime soon, as far as like this week. It probably be maybe next week, as soon as we can, as soon as we figure everything out, because There's no brackets or anything, and we're not sure how it's supposed to mount without, you know, Mickey Mouse in it, and we're not doing that. Also, the nav system that CJ has is way too big for one of these little hoods. So we might have to trade that in and get a different one, assuming he wants to keep a nav, or probably do an iPad. We don't know yet. So that's definitely in the air. Obviously, the other hood that's going to go on the driver's side, that's going to be the cluster, and there's not much room besides that. Maybe we'll put a switch. Not sure what room we have there until we take that all off. The centerpiece here is going to house our rugged radios. We're assuming at the very bottom we'll put the switch pros, because I mean it just fits here, and this, you know, gets narrow, so you know, I think it fit perfect right there. We also got to keep in mind that we have 4 factory switches we're going to be using: the 4-wheel drive, the trail, you know, for the smart lock, the override, and I think one of the light switches, because we're going to keep those factory, plus the controls for the cluster. We got to keep that too. We got to be able to use that. And then we also got to figure out where we're going to put the Rockford Fosgate control unit, maybe here up top. So it's all up in the air right now, so do not expect this video anytime soon, or we'll just throw on the dash. We'll show you guys how to install the dash, and we can figure out the accessories later, maybe the majority of the accessories, and we can install some of them. Like for sure this is probably going to go here, and the switch pro is going to go here, and obviously a gauge cluster is going to go here, and then we'll figure out the other stuff in the future. So we don't know yet. We'll figure it out. Either way, thanks for watching. We're out here jerking around the garage. The wife is keeping tabs on me. Look at, she's walking away. And Timmy, what do you think about this whole carbon fiber deal?
Donkey.
It's not as easy as it looks. Hey, so I'm up for the challenge to try to figure this out, but at the same time, there's a lot of stuff that I wasn't expecting. Like, I thought there was going to be hardware to mount these hoods to the carbon fiber dash, and just, you know, drilling some freaking drywall screws ain't gonna cut it. So we got to make sure we do it correctly. There's an off-road car, it's gonna move a lot, so we got to do that correctly. So don't know how we're gonna do that yet. We got to contact them and ask them. So he's mocking up everything. We're trying to figure it out, man. It's definitely not an easy process, especially when we have the amount of accessories that we have. And then besides just mounting everything, you got to make sure that the wiring and the radio doesn't run into the dash, because it kind of sits on the dash. So it's confusing, but we'll get to it. We'll see what happens. So
It'll be a piece just like this. Huh?
what?
All we need is 3 switches, right?
This fool just walks away and starts yelling at us. Hey, come over here. What's your name? What's your name? Fuck you, CJ. Fuck you, Steven.
Fuck you.
We're figuring out the this is the extended cut. Still, this is not another video. We're still in the same dumb video. Anyways, so we figure it out. Switch pros, auxiliary switches to turn on other stuff. I think we had talked about the radio, and to turn on the rugged radios and stuff like that while the car's off, just in case you want to quickly turn on the radio to this music, or turn on the rugged radios to communicate with somebody. So we have some auxiliary switches that will fit here. There'll be flush mounts, push on and off. This will be the actual rugged radios, intercom and radio system. That will be one section here, and I messed up. This will actually move to the right. It'll be 4 switches, 4 factory switches that we'll have, plus the controls for the Can-Ams on the 2020s and 2021s. They have those controls. And then at the very top, the Rockford Fosgate audio system. But the boys are looking into getting the PMX8. The one they want to get is this guy, PMX8, which is pretty cool because it's bigger. It's about 8 inches wide by about 5 inches, so it should fit. The screen's bigger, it's got a nice volume button, you know, so on and so forth. I think that would look really good right here. And the navigation, we'll figure that out another day. So that's probably what the video is going to be: installing the center section, installing the cluster, obviously installing the entire freaking jabroni here, and then this and the nav, we can always do that later, so no big deal. As long as we show you guys how to do the main freaking dinner here, the main plate, then I think we'll be good and fair off. So what are you doing now, fool? You let me worry about the electronics. I mean,
No, I know, but check it out, fool.
damn, this guy's picky. Look at him.
There's 3 switches right here. There'll be the override right here, and then these 3. The only other switch we'd have left is for the lights, right? Yeah. But we can hide the light one in the middle of in the little corner section, no?
We can put it right here. Look at it.
Yeah, we could put it right here, just for the headlights.
Well, you know
So that
what?
way
It does.
fits perfect.
It does
on
look.
that thing.
It does look like the 4 switches won't work, huh?
Yeah, it won't work.
It'll be too wide. Okay, so we messed up on there. Damn, I forget how big these
That's
rocker
what I'm
switches are.
saying. This will fit for sure. 3 switches in that.
Yeah, pretty much the same exact setup you
Yeah.
have. Yeah. So then we have to do 3. So then
Then we can hide the light switch somewhere else.
then find a bracket that's a 3 bracket then, right?
Yeah.
That way it's cleaner.
I'm gonna look for one to see if they have for this chingazo.
I doubt it, but they might. They might. So yeah, and then we'll just do the light switch somewhere else.
That's what I'm thinking. I think it'd be easier.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we never even mess with those lights.
Okay, here's another thing. We're gonna do with the key.
The key's gonna be hidden. I don't know if you can take this chingazo off.
Mm-hmm. We have to figure that out.
These pins right now.
Hey, if anybody knows how to disable the is it DESS? Something like that. If you guys can disable the key, let us know, because I think it would be cool if we could just disable it and use the switch poles as a pin pad, right?
Yeah, you can do switch.
So lots of freaking options, man. It's freaking endless. So yeah, we'll call it a night. Look at the car's calling it a night. Well, we don't stop messing around. We got some 3-foot, yes, 3-foot, not 4-foot hyper whites that we got from our boy Choco. Dude, they're fucking bright, bro. Holy shit. 5150 whips. Dude, look at all the lights are off. It's lighting up the truck, driveway. They're nice.
What's your name? What? What is your name? Tony! Fuck you, Tony! What's your name? Ezekiel! Fuck you, Ezekiel! Fuck you! Fuck you!